Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Piglet Flies, and this is Pokemon Leaf Green, episode number 6. In the last episode, we pretty much just trained our Nidoran girl here, level 15. We're actually flipping around now. And we got our Charmeleon evolved to Charmander level 2. And in this episode, we're going to be tackling the first half of Mt.Moon at least. Possibly finishing it up next episode. Right around here you can see right when you enter in Bullet Seed, it's a good move to teach Bulbasaur early on. Or save it for another grass type if you want. I will be saving it. Because there's no one to teach it to right now, of course. And I think it can be taught to Nidoran Girl, but it's not really that good of a move. Actually, I should go over this Zubat. Zubat's it's a different Pokemon in that it's decently good. It's a good poison type, however, the flying side of it lacks, and its stats also lack until it becomes a Crobat. However, once it's Crobat form, it's actually pretty good. I actually do like it, but it's hard to get a Crobat because it needs max friendship. Which is, not the easiest thing to do, especially in this game. When a lot of the Pokemon you'll be fighting, especially in gyms in the Pokemon League, are a lot more over-leveled than you are. And the fact that, especially in the Pokemon League, you'll be fainting a lot. And if you don't have a Crobat by the Pokemon League, I mean, there would be no point in picking it up. You should be maxing out the friendship. All the walking and battling you do, as long as you don't let him faint. He doesn't faint, you let him not faint. His friendship will get up by around the 6th gym. I think it's like every 100 steps or every 30 steps. Your friendship level goes up by 1, and they usually start at 0. When you trade a Pokemon, it starts at 0. I think when you catch a Pokemon, it starts depending on what Pokemon it is, it starts at a specific friendship level. Most of the legendaries, actually all the legendaries, start at a 0 friendship level. I mean, for them, friendship doesn't matter unless you're using your turn, and really it's the only thing. Some Pokemon start at like 120 friendship, which is the Pokemon you get to evolve by friendship. Now it's a bad move on your behalf, but oh, okay. Here's an example of a somewhat supportive character. Really good in double battles, I'd say, just with its moveset. Anyway, stuff for the friendship. Now, Eevee is a Pokemon that evolves by friendship, and Espeon, and Umbreon. And I do plan on trying to get an Espeon, however, I will need to trade it over, trade Pokemon Emerald or Sapphire once the friendship's high enough, and level it up during the day. Because there is no, clock. There is no running time clock in Fire Red or Leaf Green. So I don't like how they did that. They took it out from Ruby and Sapphire. Considering this game came after Ruby and Sapphire, they took it out. I didn't like how they did that. I really think it was a huge step backwards, especially with Eevee still being here with the whole friendship level and leveling up either at day or night. Same with some other Pokemon who only evolve at nighttime. Some who only evolve at daytime. I don't get why they would take out the clock, the in-game clock. Like, it added a whole new level of, like, just difficulty, I guess, of getting Pokemon. I mean, it's just evolving whenever you want, just 3 in the morning. You have to wait, like, oh, I gotta go do other things because I can't level them up right now. I can't evolve them, just train them. So, It had some sort of level of difficulty to it, but if you look at it, no Pokemon in Fire Red Elite Green had a clock evolution necessary. I mean, even Gold, Silver, and Crystal had an in-game clock. I mean, Espeon and Umbreon were introduced in those games, but like, even though it's a Game Boy Color game, I mean, I don't see why they didn't put it in here. I can see the whole point of it. How they didn't wanna they wanted to keep this pretty much as it was from Red and Blue. But they could have added an in-game clock just so we can actually have that little extra feature. But at the same time, I can see another reason why is because you get an Espeon ahoy when you have the national pokedex, which is kinda bad. Same with a Crobat. So, I mean, if you're gonna get a Zubat, don't expect to evolve it into. I don't think you can evolve it into a Crobat until you have the national dex. So, I don't recommend getting a Zubat in general as one comes up. Anyways, as we just saw in the first battle, or the second battle in this cave, a Clefairy is pretty much a Jigglypuff with a special defense stat, I think it is. Well, it's more attack-based, I'm not sure. But they're pretty much the same Pokemon, just with different stats and different looks. One of them is nice and fluffy, and air bubbly, the other one is just hard as hell and perfect. And he's a Paris. Bug grass type, and it's a fairly good bug type if I say so. However, stats do lack. And despite evolving fairly early, it's pretty useless in a sense of its stats still lacking with you later on. I mean, even though its stats are pretty like its stats equal up to those of others, just for the fact that it has maximum stats at a pretty low level, 20, which is fairly low for a. It's a decent level for an evolution. Most single evolution Pokemon evolve around 30. 30 and 40 is kinda their level. This is Voltorb, electric type. Oh, yeah, you know that already. But it's a neat electric type in that how it looks and how a lot of people described it. It should be dual wielding a ghost type. Just for the fact that how people say that it's a Pokeball that got taken over by a ghost in, I think it's Ghastly or Haunter. So you can tell the eyes are exactly the same, or very close to the same. And there's a neat story behind that, which I'm not going to go full into depth. But the whole thing is, you can't catch a rare candy. I'm not going to use that though. The whole story is you can't catch Ghastly or Haunter. You can't catch ghosts. It catches the ball apparently. And I understand that in the sense that, well, that's what a Voltorb is. It's a Pokeball that's controlled by a Ghastly or a Haunter. Which makes sense. I mean, it's got the same eyes, which I noticed. It's got a lot of the same. It's got some of the. Like, it's got a decently same amount of TM set, and then I believe Voltorb can learn ghost type moves, certain ones though, and Gengar can learn, or Ghastly Haunter and Gengar can learn certain electric type moves. But if Gengar can't learn a move, Voltorb can't. If Voltorb can't learn a move, Gengar can't. Which, actually, I think there might be one or two exceptions in there, but I mean, I think they should make it an electric ghost type, and I mean, the fact that they do kind of treat Pokemon in a sense that, you know, it's unknown, as in it's just a mystery, as in someone just threw them on this saying, oh well, it's all this. Instead of coming up with them themselves, I still think they can, if that is what happened, which it isn't. I mean, they have full control over what happens, but I mean, they could pretty much just say, yeah, okay, here you go, change this up. Then they should make Voltorb a ghost type. Because it makes sense. I mean, he's a haunted Pokeball. Or he's a living Pokeball. That, I guess if it's sleeping, you could probably throw it at a Pokemon and catch it. I wouldn't want to try. Actually, I would want to try and see what happens. Electrode, who again is an evolved version of that same haunted Pokemon. Which in the sense, if it is a Pokeball that was haunted, does it evolve? How does it evolve? It just grows into a bigger Pokeball. Does that mean Pokeballs can evolve? I don't know, it's actually a good thing. Evolving Pokeballs, or at least powering up Pokeballs, where to the point where there's nothing but a Pokeball in the game. However, you get power-ups to Pokeballs. That will make it kinda like any other ball. That would be pretty neat. It would give a much harder aspect to the game. They wouldn't sell them at Mart, they'd only sell Pokeballs. It would give it a somewhat harder aspect just for the catching part. You'd have to find, like, let's see, I want a Master Seal, which again, you'd only be able to get once in the game. Then you'd have to go get the Master Seal, put it on your Pokeball, and that would then become a Master Ball, I guess. I'm running into so many Zubats. Yeah, there's only the 2 Pokemon, it's only 2 Pokemon you'll find up here. This is the Zubat and the Parrot, and the Geodude. Once you get down lower, you'll start finding Clefairies and Parrots and other Pokemon, but up on this first floor here, all you'll be able to find is Zubats and Geodudes. Now if you're looking for an early poison type, Zubats he's going to be your Pokemon because there aren't many really good poison types in the game. I mean, I know there's Grimer and Muck and Coughing and Wheezing, but that's all the Pokemon that Team Rocket uses. I mean, who wants to use a Pokemon Team Rocket uses? This Pokemon, like, there's a Rattata in every Pokemon game. It's always that one Chocobo. There's always that one Pokemon. It's always a normal type. You can find pretty much on every place. It's always one of the earliest Pokemon you can find. Sucks, man. Sure, why not? Oh, nope. Press B, not there. Dang it. I'm gonna learn that. But what I was talking about. Oh yes, Rattata is in normal types. Now, in like Gold, Crystal, and Sapphire, or not Gold, Crystal, and Silver, there was like the weird, there's Sentret. He was the normal type of the game that was just like ignorable. And Rattata, but Sentret was out in Generations Pokemon. Gen 2. Gen 3 was Zigzagoon, which was useless. And like all these Pokemon are good HM slaves, in that they can learn, most of them can learn HM you need. Pretty sure Raticate can learn Surf, I might be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. And then, I mean, in this again, it's Rattata. In Diamond and Pearl, it's Bidoof. Badoosh. And then in, Black and White, it's, like, what is it? Those are the P. Yeah, it's name, but... Yeah. But it's played Black and White too. Oh yeah, there's also Pit, no, not Piplup. Lillipup. He's another normal type, but he's actually good because his stats are good. He's got 3 evolutions. I do suggest if you're playing Black and White, pick him up. It's worth it, definitely. And I will eventually be doing it. Probably Let's Play, probably will be. That'll be much later on though. After I'm done, like, gold and crystal, or crystal and gold and silver crystal, and emerald. It'll be after that, and a diamond and pearl, it's not a platinum. So. She's actually sending me the No, never mind, I forgot. If you want an early poison type, pick up a freaking Nidoran. Am I talking about Zubat? Pick up Nidoran. Straight poison, and it's actually really good. Of course, it's really good. Now then, Paris's will only come up on that part of the map. And I'll battle him. And after I battle him, I come to Polar Cave. No, I didn't come to Polar Cave. Actually, I hate this cave. That's Dark Cave. My least favorite cave in all Pokemon. I didn't really like the cave. Dark Cave was just annoying. Well, you poison. And this cave is just excessively Pokemon. It's excessively wild Pokemon. That makes sense. There's an excessive amount of wild. However, I will say, if you're going to pick up a Nidoran, boy or girl, don't evolve, don't moonstone it right away, because it's not worth it. It doesn't learn, it learns barely any moves, and it learns a few moves. Most Pokemon, I mean, one exception, I'm not sure who in. There might be, I don't know, again, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe there's one Pokemon that evolves from the stone that actually learns a good set of moves. However, most Pokemon that evolve from stone don't learn a set of moves like the others do by not evolving by stones. I don't know why that is, but stone evolutions are just that, like, okay, well, you know, screw you. Here you go, here's 2 moves you can learn. Let's hope you were smart and didn't evolve you this quickly. Nidoran's evolving! Holy crap! I thought it was like level 18 or 20, but no, it's level 16. Here we go. We got a Nidoran girl evolved into a Nidorina. Yay! There we go. We've got to get 6 Pokedexes. He looks much bigger than he is. And Charmeleon looks fit for his, like, he just looks like a giant ass. Actually, he looks like a mouse now. There we go. Nidorina, it's poison type. It's got really good HP, actually. I mean, its attack is good. Its stats are all basically evenly leveled out. Besides special attack, that's the only one that's fairly low, and knowing it's a poison type, poison is decently split between special and physical. And again, it only learns Tail Whip and Double Kick. Whereas Charmeleon only learned Ember and Steel Claw. I like the I like how Steel looks. Oh nope, I meant to press A. I like the Steel icon. It's like got a split. I like how they did it later on, where it's like actually like looks like it's a good transition instead of just one basic color. I like how they did that. It looks really neat. Mixed with normal and dark or whatever thing. Which doesn't make sense, considering both of those are not very effective against steel. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Next time on Pokemon Leaf Green, we'll finish, hopefully, Mt.Moon. Like I said, it's a pretty long cave, and take an episode or two to finish. And, well, some other stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Goodbye.